Welcome to TestTube, a place where we can share our knowledge through short videos. Even you can contribute to us by making a small video of any problem that you face in your life and how you have solved it. The video can be as short and as simple as possible, and you upload it in your Google Drive and share that link to us through that email that is shown over in this video. This way we can build a rich library having solution to any problem that anybody could possibly face in their life, and they can find a solution over here in this comment space. And by the way, the video will be uploaded with your name on it so that you can have all the credit for this. Thank In this video, we are going to discuss the overview of Katalon tool as an automation tool in general. And also what I have done is I have brought all these topics into a blog so that you can refer to it. If somebody who is not good with listening to the videos or watching to the videos, they also can go to the blog. And if they are such a persons who like reading, they can go to this blog and start understanding the topics in detail. So here, this blog is under construction at this moment for this topic, Katalon Studio. The blog name is 4verstyles.blogspot.com. All right, so the the ones which are in blue color are the ones which are having the coverage. So all the other ones are the ones which are going to be presented in the future. You just have to click onto this links, whichever topic you wanted to see, and it will take you to the particular place where the content is written over here. All right, so okay, that's all about it. So here, this is what Katalon tool. It is very simple tool for automation, and it is very easy to download, and it is also open source tool. So you can just go to Google and type download Katalon Studio, and you can download the latest version of Katalon Studio. So well, now before go and try to understand what is Katalon default framework, let us just discuss about what is Katalon Studio primarily. Okay, like you're seeing over here, have kept the content in my blog. You can read it and keep it for your future reference. You can just visit my blog and select the topic which you wanted to study and understand. Go to the topic. We also have many other topics, as you see here, and there are also a few more topics which are going to be published. Alright, so now let's see overview of Katalon Studio. So Katalon Studio is all-in-one test automation tool for your desktop applications automation, AP automation, mobile automation, and primarily the web applications automation. It is very simple tool to use, and using this you can achieve your goals. And you can also have CI/CD compatibility, you have analytics, you have report generations in various formats. All these are the topics which we are going to cover while in our coming videos. And let us have a look into the salient features of Katalon Studio. Alright, so first, when it comes to the supporting of Katalon Studio to applications, it supports wide variety of applications that you wanted to automate for. So they are categorized into web applications, mobile applications, API applications, and Windows applications broadly, which are in the industry. So using Katalon Studio, you can automate all sort of web applications that are supporting all front-end frameworks, yeah, like React.js, AngularJS, Vue.js, and this has cross-browser compatibility also. It will support Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, Internet Explorer, Opera, and go on, and it continues. So it has wide variety of application support, uh, and it supports mobile applications also. So you can automate mobile applications which are supporting Android and Apple iOS. Mm, and you can automate native mobile applications or web-based mobile applications, or a combination of both native and web mobile. We can discuss in detail on what are native and web mobile, native applications and web mobile applications, and hybrid applications going further into more topics, right? And also it will support the API automation also. So you can automate any API. Broadly, we have two applications supporting two types of APIs. One are REST APIs and the other are SOAP APIs. And it has support for wide variety of authentications, which are basic authentication 1.20 and 2.0. uh, that is comes to the support for API automation. It also supports automation of Windows applications such as using universal Windows platforms, Windows Forms, applications made of Windows Forms, applications made of WPF. So it has support of all these sort of Windows applications. So that's what when it comes to the feature in respect to the application that it is supporting. And the program skills, what do you need for this one? The best is it is targeted to be a codeless automation tool wherein you have a manual mode like this. For example, this is a sample test cases. So you can go to a script mode, also a manual mode. So this is script mode where you have to do it with coding, and manual mode of operation where you don't need to have much knowledge on the scripts. Instead, you can just take the help of the keywords. There are various set of keywords for web applications, mobile applications, Cucumber keywords, web service related keywords. So with the help of these keywords, you can write the steps for automation in the manual mode, and that is how it is called scriptless language. So that way you can design the test automation without having much knowledge of coding. So the programming skill need is codeless. It supports um, somebody who doesn't have coding knowledge. And if you are having coding skills, what are the coding skills that you need to work on this Katalon tool is you need Groovy scripting knowledge or Java knowledge. Alright. And when it comes to the different testing methodologies that are supported by Katalon tool, so Katalon supports behavior driven development, data driven testing. It will support keyword driven testing, page object model, and also it supports TDD, which is test driven development. So these are different testing methodologies. We're not going to discuss about it now. So Katalon can support any of these testing methodologies. And when it comes to different types of testing, Katalon using Katalon, you can automate tests for integration testing, tests for functional testing, tests that are end-to-end testing, that test cases that are for visual testing. And when it comes to the reporting mechanism, Katalon has wide variety of reporting mechanisms such as reporting HTML format, PDF format, CSV format, and you can do dynamic email configuration so that when the suit is run, an email will be triggered automatically using different reporting mechanisms. So here you can see this feature. So like this, there are many features, and it has support to cloud integration. So you can integrate it to these clouds servers which are Cogniton, Source Labs, Process Tag, Lambda, Lambda Test, Customer Integration. So your application can be on any of these cloud platforms, and you can still automate them. And it has support to different test management tools like Zira, Qtest, Test Trail, Rally, TestLink, and the QC Quality Center or else Customer ALM. And it has support to CI/CD integration to using which you can integrate it to Jenkins pipelines, Circle CI, Bamboo, TeamCity, and so on. And presently, there are many frameworks which can be easily migrated to Katalon. So some of those frameworks are Selenium. You can migrate your existing Selenium framework into Katalon Studio. You can migrate your Selenium IDE framework into Katalon Studio. Here you can see, okay, it's not there. Ideally, it will be here if you're migrating from Selenium framework. So there is a different video on how to migrate a Selenium framework to Katalon Studio. You can watch that one. Okay. which will explain how to migrate a project and step by step from Selenium to Katalon uh, without changing to the existing Selenium code. You can just started using that Selenium framework in Katalon Studio. So you don't have to build the scripts again, which were built already in Selenium. You just have to import them and start using them in Katalon Studio. And the new scripts are something which you can build over here using the Katalon Studio features. Slowly getting rid of the Selenium test cases. So there is a phased manner approach which you can also follow, and you don't have to worry that you will lose everything which is automated in Selenium framework. Alright, and here you can see there is a wide variety of support to different operating systems such as Windows, Mac operating system, Linux, and it are supported by these many browsers, headless browsers. It is supported by these many mobile operation systems on cloud services also. So these are salient features of Katalon Studio as we see. So it has everything in it, and the beauty is it is coming with as a single tool which is having integration supported to many tools to achieve many different objectives of your project. All right, now let us have a look into the Katalon Studio tool as in general automation tool. So here you see this is a Katalon by default framework which comes with, and you can create a web project, and you can create a project of type web project. You can create a project of type uh, web service project. You can create a mobile project also. So likewise you can create many projects as you can see here: web, API, mobile, general project, uh, and if you are having a license version you will also see desktop project and so on. All right, so but whatever is the nature of the project, at this moment this is a web project, and you can have different icons over here, shortcuts, which is to spy a web application, to record a web application, to spy a mobile element, to record a web application, sorry, mobile application, to spy a Windows object. You can also record a Windows application. So these are the short views, and this is Katalon desktops, which is used for analyzing the test results of the after the execution. So let it be any project. Mostly this will be the common framework which you will have. You will have profiles. You will have test cases where you can maintain test cases. So let us go one by one. This is profiles where you can build different profiles. There will be one profile by default. It is called default profile. What you can do is you can just open this one, and here you can define some parameters which are specific to the profile. So in other words, what you can also say profiles is used for is to maintain different environments. So you can write test cases once in this folder. So you can write test cases over here. You can give, you can just right click on this, create test case, give a name, describe the test case, and click on OK. It will create a test case, and you can start writing what the test case is all about. So likewise you can build many test cases at once, and what you can do is you can run these test cases in different test environments. If that is what your requirement, what you can do is you can create these test cases, and there will be some variables inside these test cases which are common for that particular test environment. So you can use those variables and keep them in this profile. So you can create a profile like UAT environment. You can create a profile like for integration testing. So likewise, you can just create a profile for different environments, and inside that environment you can create a variable which are specific for that environment. And what will happen is when the test case is executed, the test case may have something which will call that variable which is specific for that environment. So here, for example, in integration environment, you have a URL, and the URL is a google.com. So in google1.com, let me say google1.com, and you will have another environment where you have a URL called um, Katalon So these are two different environments, and the application which are hosted on Katalon Studio, sample GitHub, and the application which is hosted on google1.com can be same, let's say. So the application is going to be same, just the URL. Um, the URL is differentiating the different factors of that particular environment, but as an application, your test case is going to stay same. So in that case, what you can do is by maintaining different environment profiles like this, you can run your same test case either in a default environment or in an integration environment. So application wise, when you launch that application via this URL, it is going to behave the same way. And when you launch that application on this URL, it is going to behave the same because the test is going to be same, application is going to be same. It is just it is mounted on different URLs in different test environment. So in that in that way, you can achieve that you write the test case once and execute it in different test environments. So that is what the use of profiles. So I hope you understand. So what are the profiles are about? So profiles are nothing but basically you can maintain a differentiation of different test environments where you wanted to run your tests which are common. Alright, so that is what is profiles about test cases like we are discussing. This is a place where you can maintain test cases for your applications. So you can categorize the test cases into regression testing, functional testing, end-to-end testing, mm, and different types of testing as we are seeing over here. So you can categorize them so that it will be easily organized which test cases are functional, which are for end-to-end, which are for integration testing. That's up to your framework, up to your project, how you are maintaining the differentiation. So that is what the test cases folder is about. And this is object repository, like the name subject. This is the place where you can maintain objects such as web elements. If it is Windows elements, you can maintain uh, objects for web services, which are APIs over here. If it is mobile application, you can maintain mobile application objects over here. So this is the place where you maintain the objects of the application under test. You can maintain the objects again by creating different folders. So inside the folders, you can create the folders module wise. You can create the folders application functionality wise. You can create the folders based on the flow, and inside these folders you can create objects which are related to that module or that flow or that type of testing. That way you can easily maintain the object repository to maintain objects of the application under test. So these objects are used in these test cases to do certain operations, and that's how automation is done. All right. And this is test suits. Test suits is a place where you can call the test cases and run them as suit. So you have to just go to this test suite and create a new test suite, um, and give a name. This will be a test suite like this. And what you can do is you can just go to the test cases folder and drag and drop which are test cases you wanted to uh, run as a suite. So you can select this one together. You can drag both of them and drop it over here, and that suite will become like that. Alright, so this is how you can create your test cases, sorry, test suits with different test cases categorization. So you can just create a test suite like this and click on select the test cases. So you can select which test case you wanted to run, which test cases you don't want to run, and if you want to run all of them, select this checkbox. That in that way you can choose the test cases in the suite whichever you wanted to run and just click on the run button. If it is you can see how many variety of supports you have. So you can run the same test set of test case for Chrome if you want. You can run it for Firefox, IE, Safari, Edge, Chromium. You can do headless browser testing as well. So you have a wide variety of choices that you wanted to run. In that way, you can do cross-browser testing also, and that is one is test suits, and you can prepare test suite collections. So test suite collection is nothing but combination of different test suits. So you can create a test suite for sanity tests, and then you can create a test suite for smoke check, and you can create a test suite collection which has both sanity and smoke suits together. So test suite collection is nothing but a collection of different test suits, and you can run that suite all together, and you can run that suite. Okay, here suite collection one. I'll show you an advantage of where you can have a test suite collection. So here, when you select a test suite, you will also have an option to choose on run with what. All right. For example, I created I drag the test suite into test suite collection. I can have another test suite, and I can drag the second suite over here, and like this I can drag the same test suite also over here. One test suite is something I can run with Chrome, and another test suite is I can run with Firefox. So in this way, if we create test suite collections, you can create test suites inside it, and you can choose option to run with different flavors. In this case, if it is a different browser, you can choose. So this suite is run with Firefox browser. In this case, it is going to happen. It is happen that it is the same suite but run with the Chrome browser. You can have a different suite run with the same browser or a different browser also. Like this, different combinations are possible, and you can choose which profile, which uh, test environment you wanted to select. So like this, you can do parallel execution of the same test suite or different test suite across different browsers or same browsers across different test environments at a time. All you have to do is just click on the run button. You can choose the mode also as sequential or as parallel. You can choose the maximum concurrent instances, which means at maximum how many uh, threads can run to run that application. So you can choose all that one, and you can just run that suite collection. So that's what test suite collections is all about. All right. So now let's finish that. We have seen test suites till test suites. Now data files. So data files, like the name, you can see this is a place where you maintain your data files. You can create a test data file. You can just name it as data1, and you can choose a file type, data type. It is Excel, CSV, or database data, or internal data, whichever it is. So it will create .dat file, which is a Katalon runtime data sheet. You can link that data sheet to some Excel sheet which is in your local desktop. In that way, that Excel sheet is linked to this Katalon runtime sheet, and you can fetch the data in this from this data sheet, so that the data fetching will be faster. So you can fetch data into your test cases through this Katalon runtime datasheets. That is something which we discuss in detail in later sessions. But this folder is meant for that purpose. Checkpoints is where you can define some checkpoints for your test cases, and keywords is the place, where you can write your Groovy scripts. So you can see it over here. There are built-in keywords which are related to web UI keywords, alert, attribute, browser, checkbox related keywords. For browser, authenticate browser, click on back button of the browser, close the browser, forward browser, navigate browser. So these are all the default keywords. Using these default keywords itself, you can actually automate a test case. But if you find a situation wherein these keywords are not enough and you wanted to write your own keyword and started using it, you can create a keyword like this. Keyword is nothing but a method over here. This is the method name. Inside it, you can write the uh, codes which you wanted to intend for specific operations. And by defining these keywords, you can call these keywords in any of your test case wherever you wanted to perform that operation, what the keyword is supposed to do. That is what the keywords is for. And test listeners, like I say, you can create a listeners which can run at after test case, at before test case, at after test suite, and before test suite. You can choose a lines of codes which has to be executed every time after the test case, or before the test case, or after the test suite, or whichever um, context it is related to. So instead of calling the keyword manually over here, if you think that there is some sort of tasks which are repetitive and they are repetitive for each test case, you can keep them under listeners and make use of the listeners. All right. And the reports, this is the place where the reports will be generated. When you run the test case and execute it, the report will not be generated. The report will be generated only if you are running the test cases as a suit. All right. So then a report will be generated and you can study the report. So failure and what is success, why it is success. Includes folder, this is the place where you can maintain your BDD style frameworks. Here configuration folder is where you can define the property variables, and features is the folder where you can create your feature files like this, for example. And so corresponding stub definitions can be maintained under Groovy under the scripts folder. So this is the place where there are Groovy scripts. They are having stub definitions for these features over here. If you can see, so this is the place where you can maintain the stub definitions for the features files which are created over here. So these two are going to be related. So when you run the feature file, it will look for the stub definitions under Groovy scripts, and in that way you can make use of BDD framework implementation also. Not only that, and this is the place where you also migrate your Selenium scripts, so that instead of rewriting the script test cases again in Katalon, which are automated in Selenium, instead of doing automation again in Katalon, what you can do is you can migrate those scripts over here as the Java files, and you can start using them for your automation. So you can run just by importing them over here. That is explained in detail on how to migrate from Selenium to Katalon in a different video. You can watch that one. And yeah, that is all for two overview of this Katalon default framework. Plugins is a place where you can integrate it to different plugins. So that's all about the Katalon framework overview. Thanks for watching this. If you are also a person who believes in sharing the knowledge makes everybody's life better, you are welcome. And what you can do is you can make a video like this and upload it in your Google Drive and share that link to me or this email, which is sharetesttube@gmail.com, and I'll upload the video uh, under this channel. so that we can create a huge knowledge repository. And by the way, the video need not to be any IT topics related. It can be any related, any topic which is having knowledge in it, and it should not be deceiving anybody. All right. Okay. So this way we can build a huge repository of knowledge. And also, if you wanted to visit my blog, it is 4weststyles.blogspot.com, wherein I keep uploading videos like this, and I organize them by some categories. And you also can become a partner by contributing to this one. And the credit of the video will be yours, because I'm going to present your name on that video, so that everybody will know who is contributing the knowledge of that video. Thank you.